Welcome, everyone, to Pasadena, California and the Rose Bowl in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains, Arroyo Seco, also home to the UCLA Bruins, and it just doesn't get much better than this. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bruins will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Michigan State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get...
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you really want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
To the air, it's Childs. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Grabbed behind the line, it's Glover. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Childs. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Michigan State. And they score first.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So UCLA's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And the Bruins want to move quickly. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Swings it out to the flat. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Quick tempo here for the offense. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a talent to do, and obviously create some excitement.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. And you think about Michigan State D linemen, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
Catch in the middle. It's Flores. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Bruins will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. To start this drive, the Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The short hands, it's Marsh. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Michigan State, 7, UCLA, 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Spartans are flying down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by a field goal over Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. On second down, they'll take to the air. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Deep shot for the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Spartans. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And he picks up the first down, but remember the price he paid after that hit. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion brings up a second down. From the gun, running back on the move.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Now facing a third, trying to get to it. It's complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Bruins decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Brown. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
He's going to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third down, going up top. Going deep. Snatches it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his way.
Stopped after making the catch.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Dropping back, it's Childs. Looking for the end zone. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab on the left.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Parachek. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of the gun, they give to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Martin will throw it. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters from there in Pasadena today.
The Spartans will kick it away to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. Oh, he missed it. No good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Get set, get set.
Give to the running back. Runs through a tackle. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hand off from the shotgun. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Sparty. And the punishment has been extended.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Martin back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Snags it over the middle. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. The aerial assault continues. Caught close to the marker, it's Gray. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Bruins are rolling down the field. They go to the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Bruins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins! He'll try to tack on one more. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience.
He's got it down the right side. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield. This offense has a 2nd down play.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside. And
touchdown, Spartans! And the pummeling has started. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They scored here. We're in for a ball game.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Off the RPO, complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Martin will throw it right down the middle. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. The lone back's got it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Rides to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. They'll try the run. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Movement here from the tight end. To the ground with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Spartans have moved it inside the 20. They'll try to run for it. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. To the air. It's Childs. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Michigan State. And the route is on. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, it's Brown. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense getting set for 1st down.
29 Philly.
To the air, it's Childs. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Going up top. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I
lost one deep down the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Hold it. Open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Cricket.
He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Fires to the right. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this pull-off, David, you're talking about.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line.
For the offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time he's got it.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some experience.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
One more play to pad the stats. Looking for a man, it's Childs. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.